Okay, we'll wait for people to come in. If you catch this in the future, I'm having issues. It wouldn't let me go live. So I'm having to do this a different way. Let's see if we can wait as people come in. This was kind of interesting. It's been a long time since, hey, Roxanne, it's been a long time since I went live on here. This thing is completely different than what I'm used to going live on. What is this? Anyways, we'll see what's going on as y'all coming in. Sorry, I'm having trouble with my streaming platform. So I'm literally going live from YouTube, which I have not done in a very, very, very long time. So I am completely out of my element on this one here. But anyways, today's show we're going to be discussing, just kind of talking about anything paranormal, cryptid, supernatural. Talking about our encounters, our experiences, and stuff like that. And what is this stuff here? I don't know if the codes are going to be working, Roxanne, because I'm not on my deal. Oh, wow, it's working. Cool. Even though I'm live on YouTube. Perfect. At least the code thing is working. I don't know if I can bring that up on here or not. Let's see. I want to try because I've not been live on YouTube directly in a long time. Okay, so it's not. Let me try that. Is that not working? Nope, that's not working. I was trying to see if I can pull that up on my deal. I don't know how to bring up comments or anything. Okay, so it's not going to give me the option to pull up your chats. So that's fine. Like I said, going live on YouTube directly. Haven't done this in a very long time, so this is kind of new to me. But we'll get it figured out. So as everybody's finding it and coming in, um, like I said, we'll be. Guys got questions about cryptids, paranormal, supernatural. We'll kind of discuss it. So. Uh, yeah, I was looking at that, and yeah, I don't know. I am not familiar with this side of things. Huh. Yeah, I don't know. Yeah, we'll just go with it. So whoever's watching in the background ain't commenting. Hello, welcome to the Bizarre and the Unknown. I'm your host, E.D. Testerman. Sorry, we're having a lot of issues. This thing is not working right, so I'm literally going live directly from YouTube. Does hurt the chat part, I don't think. Yeah. Um, You know, I am not familiar with this format, so forgive me. Today is going to be kind of one of those wonky days. Um, Depending how active everything is, will depend on how much I go live today. Heck yeah, Roxanne. Hey, Muriel. Hello, hello, hello. Anybody out there? Out there? Out there? Hey, 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 hey. But uh, I love, if anybody's been following this show for a while, I love cryptids, I love paranormal, I love supernatural, I love every bit of that aspect. Any investigation I go on, any encounter I hear about, I love it all. I mean, it may seem a little wonky and weird and bizarre to me out there, but I mean, it is what it is. That's what's fun is diving into this, trying to figure this thing out. And my camera is not focusing for crap. There it goes. This I love this stuff. So I mean, I've been busy, really, really busy, so I haven't been able to research a topic. So today we're just talking. Let's talk about this stuff. Try to answer what questions needs to be answered and go from there. I'm so used to my screen mimicking my movements. Now it's completely opposite. Whenever I look this way, I'm actually looking that way on the computer. It's kind of wonky. Um, but there's a lot of people get this type of stuff confused. They're always misidentifying, putting things in categories that shouldn't go in. Calling things cryptids when they're not cryptids. Things that's paranormal, it shouldn't be paranormal. Things that's supernatural, it shouldn't be supernatural. Is it good? Because on my end, it's having a focusing issue. But this is a common mistake that people do all the time. And I think we're really doing these fields of research and studies and investigations a disservice when we do it. We claim things are paranormal activity when they're not. They're definitely 100% supernatural. I mean, it's obvious by the level of aggression and the level of activity. It is definitely supernatural. But then we'll get things that claim it's supernatural when it's not. It's clearly cryptid. And this is something we run into all the time. And it's weird. It's strange. I don't know why we do that. Um, I really think you're hindering these fields of study by doing that. Things that are cryptid. That's basically things that were believed to exist at one point in time that are no longer believed to be existing now, but there are claims they were existed. It's going to be something flesh and blood. I was going to lurk, but you got me. Yeah, I'm having a lot of issues today with going live, Muriel. My streaming platform wasn't allowing me to go live for some reason. I have no clue what's going on with it. So I'm literally going live from YouTube directly. I had to cancel the original one and set it up directly on YouTube because it wasn't letting me go live. So yeah, we'll fight through it. They're not going to shut us down. We're still going to talk about it. So things like Bigfoot, giants, dragons, dinosaurs, stuff like that. That's going to be more on your cryptid side, where is your fae, your demons, your angels, your spear fingers, stuff like that. That's going to be supernatural. Paranormal, man. Let's be real. Paranormal is just people who are living at one point in time that no longer have a mortal husk to cling to. They're a spirit. That's going to be your paranormal. And paranormal can be aggressive, yes, but paranormal can't possess you. Um, they can't throw you. They can't do none of that stuff. If you got stuff that's stacking up in the middle of nowhere in a split second, that's not paranormal. That's supernatural. You got something evil in your home, something mad in your home. That's supernatural. Um, where yes, a ghost can scratch you, but a supernatural will cut you open. Um, yes, paranormal could push you, where supernatural can throw you. I mean, that's what I mean. The level of the differences between the activity is really going to tell you where you're at, what you're dealing with. Another big thing is the energy. A lot of your supernatural energy is going to be stronger than it is with paranormal. And anybody's in tune with checking or with being able to feel that energy in the air is going to know what I'm talking about. Hey, Christopher. I love talking about the Fae. I've also been seeing stick glyphs and triangular patterns with rocks random on the ground. Been seeing snakes where they normally aren't supposed to be. So yeah, I mean, as far as the shapes go, that could be something supernatural. Most likely, it's going to be cryptid, but supernatural can do that as well. So yeah, definitely keep an eye on that. And when you're seeing snakes in the areas they normally not be, that could be nothing. That literally can be just one of them coming through the area, or it's the first time you've actually seen them there and they've been there the whole time. Or it could be a warning of something going on as well. Yeah, yeah. You don't want to mess with them fairy rings, Christopher. That's for sure. Yeah, that's definitely don't want to run into them fairy rings. I mean, that's still a law that's in practice, or so in practice in most of your Celtic countries like Ireland. Fairy rings are protected. They still believe in fairy rings so much that they actually have laws that prohibit you from messing with those fairy rings. That tells you the type of belief they have in that stuff. Cryptid is supposed to be a fictional animal that wasn't supposed to ever have existed, something known to exist or has been seen uh, seen something a cryptid. It's a survivor. Yeah, touch every mushroom I see. Yeah, um, so when you when that's the thing though. If something's that ingrained into a culture where they're producing laws to prohibit you from messing with a area due to do these fae, hey Dario, these fays and stuff like that, that shows you the impact. I think crows and ravens can make stick glyphs. Yes, they have. It's been documented they could. Yes, crows are essential for Sasquatch. I see ruined stick glyphs, mostly Kinza, not not Hiss, and Gibo. Yeah, I don't know if ravens are essential or not. I know that's a theory that's out there. I can't 100% say yes, that is. They are essential. Crows are a very good warning system. Crows don't like white. If you wear white in the woods, crows are going to go nuts. They're a good alarm system when it comes to that, just like a squirrel. Anything out of the unusual or a predator or something like that in the woods, a squirrel is going to go nuts. Many of these things are alarm systems. Now you can with crows and ravens, which crows and ravens is the same species. One's larger than the other. It's the same bird. Just depends on where you're at and the size of them. But they can be taught to bring you stuff, communicate with you. They can talk. Crows can absolutely talk. Um, hey Blackie, how's it going? Um, so I mean, yes, these things can do it because we as humans will do that with them as well. If us humans are doing that with these crows and these ravens, it's not out of the realm of possibilities that Bigfoot or Dogman or something like that is doing it as well. A lot of people, when they hear about Noah's Ark and they think of the white dove. The white dove is a modern animal. It was genetically made modern. There was no white doves back in that day. Most likely candidate that he would have sent out would have been a raven. I mean, that tells you how smart. And raven and crow are significant in many, 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 many cultures. Most of your cultures will tell you a raven or a crow is a link to the gods. I've seen owl feathers quite, but lately too, but they are illegal to keep. Oh, no kidding. They pass on knowledge. Yeah, genetically, they pass on knowledge. Yeah. Um, Yeah. So I mean, just about every culture out there, aside from Christianity, the raven or a crow is a link to the god or gods. So I mean, that tells you something about the crow too. But when you're trying to hook people into Christianity, what sounds better? A crow or a white dove? That's what sounds better because a white dove looks beautiful and mystical. It's a modern animal. Has a new story on you. Oh, does he? I haven't seen anything from Cam and the Coon's age. It's bothering me because I forgot what year that the white dove was created. I think it was like 1920, 1960, something like that. I could be wrong. I can't remember. Well, if I can get this to work for me, we'll be doing all right. Uh, Come on, you stupid thing, work for me. Oh, stop. Uh, Corvids are awesome. My favorite birds. Yeah, they're pretty cool. Just like the eagle and us natives. Well, Christopher, crow and raven is very, very, very significant in Native American culture too. This stupid thing ain't working for me. Keeps talking about a book and not what I want it to. No worries. Good. Hey, Jason, how's it going? Hey, Brandon. Yeah, overbuilt. Sorry, I'm having trouble streaming, so I'm having to go from YouTube Live. So, white dove is one of the 14 dove species found in North America and in North America, north of Mexico. Okay, give me the date, you retard. I want the date. All feathers have meaning, I've heard. Yeah, a lot of them do. They can be used. It was first described by George Edwards in 1743, and that wasn't a pure white dove, though. That wasn't a pure white one because a lot of times, like a lot of times when they're describing it, they're describing. I call it a gray dove, but it's a white winged dove. And a lot of times when you're hearing people, got notifications, so YouTube is doing. Yeah, yeah. I had to go directly from YouTube. Hey, Kyle. Hey, Twisted. Um, a lot of times when people are talking about white doves, I believe it's called like a white winged dove, if I remember correctly. There's the most common nomenclature when people think of a white dove. Um, Anyways, I'm tired of messing with this stupid thing. It's wanting to talk about a book. I want to say it was like 1920, 1960 is when the first pure white dove was hatched. I had one sit and watch me for like 10 minutes. A turkey vulture, yeah, them turkey vultures are nasty little critters. Check out the Times Magazine article. There is a lizard in my city town. The article is called "The Beast of Bresca." I think we talked about that on the show before, Dario. That sounds familiar. Having like seven of them sleep in the trees outside the road. Yeah. So, like, so we had a turtle dove is a common dove around here. Um, but there's a gray dove, and I'm wanting to say it is called a white winged dove. And when a lot of times when people are talking about white doves, that's what they're talking about. Is this white winged dove? It's not a pure white dove like people think. Thundering here. If that happened, power goes off. But I just popped up the storm. May not this time. Yeah, we've been having storms here, and now we're back to nasty heat wave. Hey, yeah, they do, man. Yeah, them vultures puke constantly. I've actively spooked a turkey out of the roost. Oh man. Uh, the thing too is like so when we're talking about this stuff, and this is why I'm using this as examples of misidentification because people twist things to fit their narrative or in their mind this is what it is when they don't know their what it actually is. And we see that a lot with the cryptids, paranormal, and supernatural. People get dove and pigeon mixed. Yes, they do. They absolutely do. They took it a bird sign. Hey, you need that. There we go. Thank God, man. It took me a second to get that out. Sorry about that. Always sunny and hot here in the desert. I had to ride my bicycle to the gym because the car wouldn't start, and I had to cool down before I could work out. Oh yeah, yeah. It's been because we've had all them storms here. It's so freaking humid here right now. So freaking humid. Um, oh man, I didn't do a show last night because I've had there was a lot going on yesterday. It was kind of funny because I went to bed around 9:30, 10 o'clock last night, and no sooner did I lay in my bed and I could feel it through the floor, but something thumped and walked across the floor of my house, like it would be me walking around flicking pigeons. Yeah. Um, so I mean, I actually had that happen last night. And as far as cryptid activity, I've had some weird stuff around here, but it's nothing that I can 100% say is cryptid activity. I just can't find enough evidence. I can tell you it's something flesh and blood that did it. I just don't know what it is. Is humidity at 100% constantly here in East Tennessee? Yeah, yeah. We had a couple cool days. Where of 73. The low of 73, high of 82. And so we had a couple cool days here, and it went right back into heat mode. So it went back to hold my beer and watch this. How much did you guys give guys a couple days of release? Back to 114 degrees. Sasquatch and be cloaked walking through your house. It could be, Mary. No, it's definitely something paranormal. It's just something was walking around. I went and made toast last night because I had the munchies, and I live here. It's just me, myself, and I here. Something turned the knobs on my toasters from 4 to 1, and I didn't realize it till my toast popped up quick, and I was like, "Well, that's a little odd. It shouldn't be that way now." And look down there. I keep it at 4 because 4 is a good temperature for the coloration of the toast I like. So I had to sit there and put that back. Something had to physically turn my knobs to 1, and I'm the only one that lives here. Our chat, has anyone ever ate a turkey vulture? Nope. Vulture hunting for food. Maybe cook it hot and spicy Tex-Mex. Airbnb drink. Yeah, I haven't. I'm not say I wouldn't. I haven't. I seen a video about the trophy hunters, aka the predators, like movie, are based on true events. I've heard scuttlebutt about that, Christopher, but I've never been able to confirm that. but I've heard scuttlebutt about that. Yeah. But this, and that is something that will happen in paranormal activity. Is you'll hear them. I mean, you guys have seen the videos I put out where you can literally hear something running up the stairs, and you'll hear me in my investigations. When I comment, I can feel it through the floor. You'll have that in paranormal. That and supernatural cryptids, obviously, yes, but you'll do that in paranormal too. So when you get instances like that, that's where you got to go. Okay, is this paranormal or supernatural? Because both of these can do that same type of activity. Yeah, and so we got to consider that when we're out here on these investigations. You know, uh, so you guys have heard me tell this before. I've been on investigations where I've done my initial investigations. For you people just tuning in, it's not heard me talk or watched my show before. Whenever I go on an investigation, I do what's called an initial investigation. I go down there, I kind of look at the land, get a feel of the energy of the land, see what I'm dealing with before I go into a full blown investigation. Um, and I'll do that pretty much every single time. There's only been a few times I haven't been able to do it, but that's how I like to do my investigations. I want to go in and see what the area is like before I go in and do a full blown investigation, because I want to know what I'm dealing with so that I can get an idea of what I need to bring with me to help protect myself. Could the bees in the Phoenix program was using the in Vietnam to psyop the Viet Cong? I don't know. I have no clue what you're talking about on that one, so I can't. Hey, Jessica, you can feel weird energy. Absolutely, you can. Yeah. Um, but and I've had instances like that where I went in and what it seemed like was all paranormal. So I was like, okay, I'm good. Paranormal, I don't take anything on protection with me. I don't. There's nothing paranormal could do to me that's going to cause me to need to protect myself. I just basically, tell it you can't follow me. Um, but I've been there and doing it, and halfway through the investigation, it went from paranormal to supernatural. So that's why, even if it's just paranormal now, I started bringing stuff with me because I've had a couple times where that's happened. To this dude about my buddy's house, and the kitchen drawer opened on up on its own. That could be paranormal. They can do that. Yep. Um, yeah. I mean, I've had that weird stuff. I don't remember when it was. I was showing them videos, the similarities between a poltergeist haunted home and a jinn haunted home, and how they're almost identical. And jinn is 100% supernatural. There's nothing paranormal about jinn. Jinn is supernatural. I mean, they're known to be, they've been on this planet longer than humans have been on this planet. And that's why I'm a firm believer. It's just my opinion, my theory, my hypothesis that I don't think what we call poltergeist, angry ghost, is actually ghost. I think it's supernatural because of I mean, look at that one let out that boom that set off car alarms and exploded the kitchen in an instant. That's supernatural. It was too perfect timing for me to be. Yeah. So I hope everyone is doing. Yeah, I've been having troubles my streaming yard, William. It won't let me go live. So literally, I had to cancel it, get on YouTube directly to go live because it will not let me go live on my streaming platform. So this is a whole new setup. I haven't been directly live on YouTube in like forever. In an old Victorian house, and had a lot of paranormal experiences. I've always been able to see shadow people to this day. Yeah. So, jinns are described as fireless smoke. There's many kinds of jinn, Christopher. You have to be careful. There's many kinds of jinn. That is one type of jinn. Yeah, you did. Yeah. It's like weird as hell. It literally said, "Yeah, yeah, hey, go live, hit the button," and I go live. You can't go live. What do you mean? I'm all set up to go live. You let me set up to go live. I hit the button, and you need to tell me I can't go live. It's like whatever. Height man or hat man, night hag. Do you guys know what the term hag means? And I've had that brought up on paranormal investigations before. A lot of people don't know what the term hag means. They think it's a funny derogative to call an old lady. In all actuality, hag means old, ugly witch. So when you call somebody a hag, you're calling them an ugly witch. So keep that in mind too. Your words mean a lot, and that's why you should understand the meaning of your words. Because your words not only have power, but they have meaning behind them. So even on investigation, witchy po, yep, witchy poo, yep. You know, your words not only hold power, but they hold meaning too. So know them. That is so mean to call someone that. It is a miracle, but it happens all the time. I've heard it. I mean, I've even been guilty of calling, a cranky, mean, grouchy old lady an old hag. And that's before I knew what the term meant. I don't know how many times I've been on paranormal investigation and it says hag outside. And it was the ghosts were warning me there's a witch outside. Spelling is yes, you can write out spells or you can speak it. Yes, my cousin's wife saw the old hag in California on an overnight trip with my cousin. Oh wow, the hat man sits at the end of your bed and the night hag sits on your chest while you sleep. Is that an actual hag, Christopher, or is that a succubus? Hey, you speaking to me? Maybe. um, you got to understand that because I mean, hag is a witch. Is it an actual witch sitting on her chest, or is it a succubus sucking the life out of the person? Yes, and that's when it's during sleep paralysis. I'd say it's more a succubus than it would be a hag. Spells are cast from words, repetitive speech, and physical touch is a real thing. Absolutely. They say associated with Lilith. Yes, Lilith was his first succubus. Roxanne. I've heard experiences with that happening. Yeah. And that's what I'm saying because if you read the description of Lilith when she was cursed, not one of her curses that every single day 100 of her offspring would die. Okay, that was one of her curses. The other one is she would have to sustain herself by the life force of an unnamed child or a pregnant mother. Another one is by a man sleeping alone. And it says that when a man is sleeping alone, Lilith will come to visit him to steal his seed. Now, a lot of people think that's his blood. I don't think it's his blood. I think she is uh, making babies with you, stealing your seed to make babies. Because every single day of her life, 100 of her offspring will die. Everything is associated with Lilith when it comes to evil. Damn near. So you got to keep that in mind. So when you're talking about something sitting on your chest, is it actually a hag or is it a succubus? Yes, Brandon, in all actuality, yes. Wet dream. Yeah. So you have to take that into consideration. Is what we call the hag sitting on the chest a misidentification? Ishtar. Yes, I believe they are actually considered one and the same. I have to look it up. I can't remember. Yes, that is why the Jewish people will have the talisman of the three angels around a pregnant mother or a newborn infant's crib, is because that's how you protect the mother or the baby from Lilith. Because it was the three angels that was sent after her when they trapped her in the Euphrates River and she refused to go back to the Garden of Eden to be with Adam. She was cursed forever to be a succubus and that other stuff. And it was the three angels that was sent. So three angels on a talisman that you see is a protection against Lilith for the pregnant mother or the newborn child. Um, because she survives off the life force of the pregnant mother, the unborn child, or the seed of a man that sleeps alone. I don't really think she's surviving off the man. I think she's literally collecting her seed. This life force she survives or lives off of is probably from the pregnant mother or the newborn child. Yeah, it is. So that's why I laugh when people use Lilith as a staple or as a symbol of their deal. They're literally symbolizing and worshiping a vampire. You break it down, that's what a succubus is. A succubus is literally a vampire when you break it down to the common core of it. No, no, only with men, Muriel, only with men. It's very clear that a pregnant woman or a newborn, she sucks the life from them. She hovers over them and literally breathes in their life force, sucks the life from them. She literally is a vampire. But it's the men that is separated when it describes she messes with men, is that she goes there to steal their seed. The evil eye is an interesting one because is it the actual true evil eye, or is it what we misidentify as the evil eye nowadays? A lot of people don't realize that. There's one true evil eye, yes, but a lot of times when we consider something an evil eye, that's not an evil eye. Much like the Nazi symbol was a symbol of peace, but was turned to evil, they've done the same thing with the eye of good, the eye of sight, the foresight. Covetus eye. That sounds familiar, but I'm not one of. God, that sounds familiar, Christopher. I have to look that up, Bubba. But a lot of times when we're talking about that, yeah, sun. It's a sun symbol. Yes, it's a symbol for foresight, seeing into the future, seeing the events that will happen, stuff like that. That's what this one eye represents. Yes, the sun, foresight, and stuff like that. And a lot of people could call it the evil eye, and that's not the true evil eye. It is cool. Absolutely, it is cool. It's an interesting topic because it fits in like what I'm talking about here with the misidentification of cryptids, paranormal, and supernatural, because it's something else that is like many things in our life that is misinterpreted or used in a bad way. Hey, Candy, we can absolutely. Well, we see in the dark too. I don't know how many times I've walked around my woods at nighttime. It's clear as day. You can see at night. We have night vision. It's not as good as some of the animals, but we absolutely do have night vision. That's why when people see them pirate movies and they're always got that one eye covered, that wasn't always because they were missing an eye. That was their dominant eye. So at nighttime, when it occurs night, they can take that patch off and their eyes can assimilate to the darkness quicker because their dominant eye was blocked from it and it didn't have to readjust to the sunlight. So they can have view at night while out at sea, and because it takes about 30 minutes for your eyes to adjust to the nighttime. Um, so if you got any kind of light, that's going to disrupt your night vision. And so that's why they would do that, because for one, they can see when it gets dark, and two, it cuts down the simulation time of your eyes adjusting from light to dark. My childhood home had a giant sun at the peak of the house. That's what's the meaning behind? What do you know? That could be a sign of protection. Sun is a very widely used symbol. Everything is misinterpreted or misrepresented in the paranormal and cryptid phenomenon. Yeah, you're absolutely right, William. Um, See, the sun is known as the great creator. The sun is known as foresight. The sun is known as protection. The sun is known as knowledge. The sun has a lot of meaning behind it. It really means there depends on who you're talking to, on what the meaning is. But the sun has always been for our ancestors, anyways, a sign of fortune, of good luck. It was a good symbol. That makes sense symbolically. I read the encyclopedia and signs and symbols just like for our kicks. Yeah, visual purple takes time to build up in your eye. That's what helps us see at night. Yeah, just your irises and your corneas, and I mean your rods and all that stuff plays into it. Yeah, yeah, it's for protection. Yeah, because think about it. Most of your cultures, the one true God or the Creator God, the God above all gods, um, he is always associated with the sun. 1 second light takes away all the visual purple. Yeah. So I mean it, and that's how it is. That's why 9 times out of 10, when you see a pirate with their eye patched, it's so that way they can see at nighttime because it's easier to attack somebody at night than it is at daytime. That's why in the military we tell you all the time, night is our best friend. Yep, it takes 30 minutes to get your eyesight up. I can literally walk through my woods in the middle of the night and see it as clear as day. I read it in my book, in a book. Yeah, yeah, we're taught that in the military too, because there's so many times like when we're going in the military, if we're on a mission and it's nighttime, we're not running lights, and we're not always running NVGs. The only time we ran NVGs is during a fight. Outside of that, it was just our naked eye. So even we knew we had to wait our 30 minutes, and that's why we get dropped into the area, wait until our eyes adjust, and that way we can see where we're going to our target at night. Got to get ready for the super. No worries, William. You having fun on that show today? So I mean, even in the military, we're taught the same thing. It wasn't just a naval deal. I mean, that's something that's been known for throughout eons. We have night vision. We literally have night vision. It's just not as good as the animals or some of these cryptids. I use the horizon if I could see it in the woods to spot out trees at night. Yeah, shadow using the shadows. Yep. No worries, Kyle. I'm going to be on a big screen. So, that's the thing people don't realize. I mean, that's why you'll see me, unless my eyes are not adjusted to it and I've got to get somewhere pretty quick and dark. I don't use a flashlight. I use my night vision. So, and I've done that for years. I mean, years and years. But people forget they have that ability. So, and then they get accustomed and brainwashed in. You got to have you can call it, if you're European, you call it a torch, but a flashlight, so you can see at night. I won't ever use it unless I need to go somewhere quick and not have time for my eyes to adjust. I walk around my house at nighttime all the time when it's pitch black, and I got to get up and go somewhere in the pitch darkness. I can see just fine. But if I look at my phone, or if I do, look at a light, then my night vision's instantly gone, and then I have to use the light. If you're an outdoorsman, you'll figure it out naturally. Yep. I mean, and these things can see. I mean, paranormal, supernatural, cryptids, they all can see at night. They can see better at night than we can. I'm not going to tell you that you won't know the difference between night and day, because you'll know the difference with your night vision. But when I say it's clear as day, it's because I can literally see everything. I can see the shapes. I can see the leaves. I can see everything on the ground, everything. I can see it all. It's dark. It's a like, what's the best way to describe it? It's almost like a bluish gray, but I can see. You can too. Hey, Maximus, how's it going? So, I mean, keep that in mind. When you're out on these investigations, keep that in mind. Darkness is not going to conceal you. I've had excellent night vision. Yeah, I do too. Yeah, talking night. Well, I'm talking about. We're talking anything cryptid, paranormal, supernatural, Maximus. We were just talking about night visions and the common misunderstanding of things. Like we have natural built-in night vision. Look at the sun. Will take anything white or metallic. Looking at the sun will make anything white or metallic stick out. Yeah. So, I mean, moonlight will too. That's why we don't wear shiny stuff in the combat zone, is because even the moonlight will reflect it and cause a flash of light. Um, when you're out investigating cryptids, paranormal, or supernatural, that's going to stick out like a star. I mean, like a flashlight. You know, you don't wear anything shiny when you're out doing these investigations because it gives you away quick. Sun gazing is actually good for their eyes. I know that's a new thing coming out. Um, to a degree, yes, but it's too easily can jack your eyes up too. I always thought a little green under or the sides of my eyes helps with night vision. I don't know. I've never. Well, no, because I mean, even when I use camo paint to camouflage my face, I seem just the same. So I don't know. Maybe it's a type of green. I don't know. Like looking at an ciphers. Yeah, yeah. Because I mean, we use a couple different shades of green with our camo paint when we're painting our faces. You don't want nothing dark around your eyes because that'll cause your eyes to pop out. It'll be very noticeable. So you always use light paint around your eyes. So when you see Hollywood putting black paint over their eyes, that's the worst thing in the world to do because your eyes are going to stick out like sore thumbs. You always use a light color. So I always use like a gray to a light green around my eyes. Um, I would never use anything dark. It was always a light color. Um, that way my eyes would be hidden. Or if I use like black or dark green or something like that, then my eyes just they pop out. To that sun thing as it rises over the horizon, you can look at it. Yep, not just looking into the sun that's blaring midday. Yeah, that's sunrise. Definitely, yes, you can look at the sunrise because the intensity of the sun is not near as bad as sunrise. Or midday, it's pretty intense. It definitely can harm your eyes, especially if you wear glasses. That's the worst thing you can do is look at the sun when you wear glasses. So, but yeah, that's I mean that's something else that Holly screwed up. You do not use dark paint around your eyes because they stick out. Do it early morning or dusk. Yeah, yeah, Brandon, absolutely, yeah. I know it's the top of the hour, Roxanne. I cannot play any commercials because I'm live on YouTube, and YouTube does not give me that ability, be like my streaming platform does. And this, yeah, and night vision scopes use green. Yes, they do. See, and the type of light sources you want to use at nighttime to conceal yourself and not damage your night vision to the point that it takes 30 minutes for it to correct. You use red or blue or green. I've heard actually don't use black because you're darker than the night. No, I mean I use black all the time in my camo. Black's a natural thing that's found in nature. You just don't use it around your eyes. You don't use a whole lot of it. You got to mix it up. You don't want your whole face or your whole body painted black because yeah, you're going to stick out like a shadow. That's why you break it up with different shades and different colors is to break it up. But yeah, you can use black. Absolutely, you can use black. I use black a lot in my camo. It's a natural thing that's found out there. You just don't want it in a certain. You want it. shaped differently. You want to be able to break up your pattern. That's the whole point of camouflage, is breaking your pattern up. So you don't want like a large area. I mean, I'll have streaks, maybe a blotch here and there black, and that's about it. But I'm doing the exact same thing with all the other colors too. I'm breaking my pattern up. It said use gray, green, or dark blue. You'll blend into the background better. I've never used blue. I have never used blue, and I can turn invisible at nighttime using black, gray, light green, and green. The M4 colors. I can use that, and I can turn invisible at night. Oh, ninja suit? Yeah, I don't know, maybe. Do you ever use OBS Studio? You can do all kinds. I've never heard of that, Overbuilt. Hey, take it easy, Candy. Thank you for coming in. Yeah, I hope your breathing gets better. OBS Studio or OBS Studio. Uh, in World War II, the Pacific fighter pilots used red lights in their dash of their warplanes at night in order to. Yes, night red is what we use. Like if we're reading a map at nighttime, we use red. Red is the hardest thing to see at nighttime. Red allows you to adjust your eyes to the darkness quicker. We use red all the time. That's why in combat situations, like on boats or something, or planes, any type of aircraft, it goes to red. OBS, I need to. Oops. Let me do this. I'm actually looking at getting on a different platform because of all the issues I've been having. So I'm going to pull this up over here so I don't forget. And I will look into that. I've got it pulled up here, OBS Studio for Windows, Mac OS, or Linux. I will look into that because I'm probably going to change platforms. I'm getting tired of StreamYard. Yeah, we got him his haircut. Look up how to use OBS Studio free software. Very good stuff. A bit of a learning curve, but well worth it. Yeah, I've got it pulled up right here, Overbuilt. I want to look into that. You can record screen, stream, overlay videos, all that streamer mess. Cool. Thank you. Yeah, StreamYard was great. I've loved it for a long time, but it's got this last 4 or 5 months. I've been having nothing but issues with StreamYard. So yeah, I'll look into it. Yeah, I had so much problem with I'm sorry, Talk Studio. I've used Talk Studio for so long. Hey, Da, how's it going, bro? I used Talk Studio for so long, but I've been having problems with Talk Studio. I had StreamYard at first, went to Talk Studio, and now I've been having trouble with Talk Studio. So yeah, I'll look into this OBS Studio deal. Hey, that was a good show the other day, by the way, Da. Oh, thank you for bringing that up. I forgot to tell you guys, I've been dealing with some other stuff too. My dad is back in the hospital. Um, Looking at putting him in a rehabilitation home, but because of what's going on with him and the fact that we can't be there for him 24/7, the state may be taking his medical rights away and putting him into a home. So that's the other thing I've been kind of dealing with lately is we found dad in they found dad in the nurses that were coming over to help him. They found him um, laying on the floor again, covered in some nasty stuff, and Had to take him to the hospital. So I've been dealing with that for the last 4 or 5 days too. Oh, thank you guys. Yeah. That's another reason why I've been kind of silent here lately and kind of out of it. Not only because work's back to being busy again and everything going on, but dealing with dad being back in there as well. Um, give me a second here. Sorry. Um, it's 3 days ago. Yeah. Well, I mean, I was up there, beginning of last month because of dad being in the hospital. He's not even been out a couple weeks and he's already right back in there again. Oh yeah, you have, Christopher. You absolutely have. Um, so if I'm a little out there, that's part of the reason why I don't have a real good show topic for today. I've got a lot on my plate, going a lot of stuff going on, but it does good to be able to talk to you guys. So I mean, yesterday I was busy working on my car, so I couldn't go live. Had company over, had stuff going on with my phone that had to get fixed because I got to be able to have my phone. Ended up being a Verizon deal, and not my end of it, and which is stressing me out because I'm even on my days off I get tons of calls dealing with work. It is, Christopher. It is. It's been very stressful right now, but yeah. So I apologize if I've not been very. I know Urso sends me stuff on YouTube quite a bit, and I've not been very responsive to it on other stuff. I had a lot going on, so don't ever think I've been ignoring you guys. Just got a lot going on right now. That's why I haven't done any writing, haven't done any research, haven't done any of that stuff. I've got too much on my plate right now. So I apologize to you guys for that. Um, anyways, but so back to what we was talking about. So we were talking about the camel paint, and that brings up something very very controversial when it deals with these cryptids. I do not believe cryptids are going invisible. Some of them can use portals, not every single one of them. My Larry, adaptive camouflage. I believe they're doing the same thing we're doing, just a lot better form of it than we're doing. What we're doing, we're camouflaging our bodies to hide it, to break our body up. It's a type of adaptive camouflage. You set your camo up for the train that you're in. These things just got it way better because I think they have, kind of like what DA and a lot of other people talk about. I believe they have clear hair follicles, much like a polar bear, which causes them to adaptively camouflage with the background. So when I think DA is one of the first people I've heard talk about it, and that was something that I've always theorized that I thought made a lot of sense. And when I heard him talk about it, him and Robbie break it down that one time. I can't remember if it was him, Robbie, and Doc. Anyways, I know him and Robbie was breaking it down one day. I was like, that's it. That's exactly what I've been trying to figure out because that was where my mindset was because it made more sense. There's so many things in nature that has clear hair follicles or clear-ish hair follicles or even bodies that are clear, and it causes them to blend in with their environment. It's adaptive camouflage. So that's another thing when we're dealing with this type of stuff too. We got to consider that. Just like I've said it before here on many times, I am a firm believer that Bigfoot have ghosts. And I think one of the best instances of that ever captured was on Destination Unknown, where they were in that cave and they caught an image of a Bigfoot on there and it rushed past him. And that cave was so tight, it didn't knock that guy over. That is a prime example. That was not an invisible Bigfoot. I am a firm believer, just my opinion. I am a firm believer that was a ghost of a Bigfoot. So when you're seeing these orbs out there, orbs can be supernatural, but it can be paranormal as well. The most common manifestation you're going to see in paranormal is not a body, it's not a shadow, it's an orb. Portals and teleporting are interesting things. Both have the same things involved, but both are different. I don't know about teleporting, but portal, yeah. Teleporting, man, because I mean that's basically what you're doing with a portal is you're teleporting. Um, Interesting. I have to think about that one. Ectoplasm, yeah. I've seen turkeys disappear right in front of me, like 10 of them. I've had a fox that mysteriously hid behind a 4-inch tree, not even 50 yards away from me. I mean, that thing ran across the woods and disappeared literally behind a 4-inch tree. I always thought teleporting would be the best superhero military. Yeah, Nightcrawler from X Men. Yeah, um, but see, the thing is, if you read anything on portals, as far back as portals are mentioned, and they're mentioned way back even in ancient Sumeria. If you don't have the right key that's tuned to that frequency of that portal, you will unalive you. You have to have that key. And if you notice anything that deals in ancient mythology, when it's dealing with these types of portals, whatever it is, but it's a type of portal, they always have some kind of element with them when they use it. It's either on a staff or it's around their neck or around their waist. Every single time you see this. Horus is another one. Horus has that staff when he shuttles the dead. Everything has a symbol, has a frequency. Without it, you couldn't do it. They got the crazy. Yeah, they do. They absolutely do. Uh, yeah, yeah, but it's always something. It's usually some type of metal or something like that. It's got a certain frequency tied to it. The drums and stuff. It's not necessarily that. I'm talking about literally they have something physical in their hands or on their body that allows them to do it. And some friends went to stay the night in an abandoned barn. As we were laying down, we just heard a horse noise and walk around. Yep. Hey, Manisha, how's it going? So, I mean, we have to be careful about that. I'm telling you now, and that's the reasons why I do not believe cryptids are using portals. Do I believe that their medicine folk could? Yes, because they would have the knowledge to know how to do that. There's a carved rock wall with a door opening in South America that locals pray to. They say it's a portal. Yes, there's actually quite a few of them down there. Yes, I know what you're talking about. It's very interesting, but if you read it, it's all the same. Drums is what the Voodoo used to conjure spirits. Yeah, drums are used for a lot of chanting. If you're dealing with anything arcane or mystical, drums are seem to be one of the most important things, and I believe it's probably because of the frequency it puts out. So that's why I say you have to be very careful on this stuff. Because I mean, if these things are portaling, why would they need to bang on the side of your house or tear your windows and doors off the? They can just portal right in there. The Star Trek transporter room, yeah, yeah, because it's off frequency, light, yeah. Um, yeah, I'm just very energized. Man, the right frequency, when drums, gongs, that stuff puts out a certain frequency. It can do anything um, dealing with magic. Yeah, absolutely. Like a conduit, not necessarily a portal. Yeah. Hey, what's going on, Jeff? How you doing, buddy? I was listening to your show the other day, and then I got a phone call, and I missed most of it, so I've got to go back through and watch it again. I was dealing with work, ended up calling and blowing my phone up, so I missed. I was working, and somebody else had called, and so I missed most of your show the other day. I was listening to it while I was cooking, though. I'm getting very sweaty with you being up here. Well, I am. You're hot, and I'm hot, and it's causing a sweat barrier between us. Hours of, oh yeah, it did. I noticed that it went a long time, bro. That's awesome. I'll get it right next. But have you guys missed last? What day was that on? That was Tuesday. Was yeah, that was Tuesday. You missed last Jeff's show last Tuesday. You guys missed it. It was pretty good. I was getting into it till my phone wouldn't stop. Hey Ryan, yeah, I was getting into it till my phone wouldn't shut up. Yeah, Tuesday. Thanks. Yeah, for some reason I thought in my head you had a special going on, but that was a different show that you was doing. I think that was like a Saturday or Sunday night. Um, but Eric, have you ever had the Stonehenge has there? You ever heard that the Stonehenge has three underground water systems that converges and has something to do with the unexplained things reported there? No, but I've heard they got more structures underground. I didn't know about the water system though. Yeah, dude, he is always he anywhere I go, he's there. I mean, he's got to be in my lap or on my chest or something. He's my little buddy. I mean, hell, the dog's somewhere around 18 years old. I want to try to see what kind of animal been hanging around my trailer besides the stray cats. You'd be surprised how many are hanging around there. Things you wouldn't realize you would never thought would be around a trailer, around a city or a suburb like that, and they're there. Run away, but have no clue what it is. I think they just found a mountain lion in town not too long ago. Can't remember if it was Springfield or what. They actually had the mountain lion in town. You gonna get comfortable? You keep moving around a lot, Bubba's. But so yeah, I mean, we have to consider this stuff when we're looking into it. You know, um, we were talking about camouflaging the portals. The converging underground water systems at Stonehenge is something I've only heard once, so it might easily be made up. Yeah, it could be. I know they did find some structures underground that is circular also, which means they were buried. Don't know if they're purposely buried. I'm wondering if Stonehenge doesn't predate the flood, and that could be why. I don't know. Couldn't have had for a better guest for the 100th episode. Hell no, you couldn't have, Jeff. It looked like a weasel of some kind. Could be. There's weasels around here. We have weasels here in the United States. Absolutely could be. Somebody's pet ferret got loose, which is a weasel. Dude, the doggo is in clap. Dude, yeah, Brian or Ryan, he is. He's happy. You gonna say hi to everybody, or you just gonna what? You want up on my shoulder? Oh, well, come here. I need you on this side if you wouldn't mind. There you go. Is that better? Is that better? Yeah. Is that more comfortable for you? Is that what you was wanting? Oh, the Wolverine is in the weasel family. Yeah, I've heard that too. I can't remember for sure, but I believe you're right. It had a long tail with that was gray. It was low to the ground. Yeah, it is. Yeah, he is overbuilt. Yeah, it could very well be a weasel. You've like been sleeping all day. How can you still be tired? Want me to get it? Here. Is that better? Yeah. Is that what she's needing? Oh, yeah. You're loving that, huh? You're loving that, huh? There. Did I get it for you? Yeah. Okay. Um, cousin of honey badger. Yep. That's what I thought too, Ryan. Um, wildlife. I love wildlife videos, man. I love wildlife shows. National Geographic used to be great. Now it's kind of, and Animal Planet used to be great. Now they're getting kind of eh. I haven't watched them forever. What? You can't get up here, dude. No, come on, man. Oh, dude, watch my balls. Yes, hello, hello. Watch where you're putting your paws. Watch where you're putting your paws. Jealous thing. Wolverines look like angry, crazy. Well, no, you can't be up here. Or werewolves in the face. Yep, no, that's it. Nope, you can't be up here. You know that you're too big. This ain't my fat guy comfy chair. And where Wolverine would be off his, yeah. So, yeah, I mean, and that's another thing. I mean, how many times you ran into something you swear was cryptid, paranormal, or supernatural? And it's just a freaking animal. I wanted to host the first ever cryptid wildlife show. I'd be like Steve Irwin, Cranky, look at the beautiful werewolf. I'm still looking for a hot Sasquatch gal. They're hard to find and rare breed indeed. Yep. Yeah, they do, Brandon. They do. Yikes only have to be 4 foot tall to take out Sasquatch dog man. Yeah, yeah. My orange cat just walked 6 steps straight. I can't play the video. Oh man. Hey Carl, how's it going? Would run from a Wolverine, werewolverine, probably. They got bad attitudes, man. They do. They got some nasty attitudes. I was getting a kick out of that British guy. He was comparing a English badger to an American badger, and how the English badger will more basically the English badger will have a cup of tea with you, where the American badger just eat your face. It's about the truth too. That is honestly about the truth. The American badger, they're a holes, man. Man, my phone is like blowing up. Oh, okay, good. That's worse than a Canadian badger, though. But Wolverines, bears, badgers, they all won't mess with a skunk. No, they won't. My brother's got two little skunks playing in his yard, and I keep laughing. I was like, "Go take them in, get their scent glands taken out. You got yourself some new kitty cats." Whales are mean, or weasels are mean. Yeah, they can be. My fence and I was so hot, just showed so I. Then I you so well, yeah, they do, yeah. Well, you can make pets out of skunks. You just want them glands removed. I know people's done it. He's got two little baby skunks playing around in his yard all the time. So I had a little coon by my porch the other day. Isn't he mongoose in the weasel family? Yes. I got chased by a weasel when I was younger. Then my dad hit it with a shovel. I used to. I love how skunks stomp to get you to go. Yeah, you're a coon ass. um, but oh, I forgot what I was talking about there for a second. I just lost my train of thought there. Oh, I'll try to remember it later. Um, the coons have got bad attitudes too, though. I wonder what family the bear cat is in. That's like the bear and the cat had a toga party, and it's a result. I'd catch random animals and bring them home to keep them. I can see that. Seen a martin down the road a few years ago. Cool. Yeah, sure, Carl. Uh, but yeah, we had a coon here come by the porch the other day. I went outside, marked my territory, and seen something move on the ground. I went, "What the hell?" Is a little baby coon up on the torch lake by Traverse City. Yeah, um, yeah. I mean, these things happen all the time. You know, I don't mind these animals being around. Hey, Ray. I like it. That's why I love living in the country. Is all the nature I got going on. Um, I practice proper forest husbandry and animal husbandry, so my wildlife population is very diverse and very good. Like I'm getting bigger and bigger bucks now because of practicing proper animal husbandry. But people don't realize you got to practice good forestry husbandry as well, because maintaining your forest properly is another way to keep these animals around here. So if you want these animals around your property, you have to do everything right. Your breath stinks, dude. Well, it does. I got like animal GEO location or something. I just ran into stuff. Yeah. I mean, I've got this big old monstrous 12-point buck I've been recording almost every single day. And it's, I call out the bad genes and keep the good genes in the gene pool and, create a good habitat for them. Is this why I've got a lot of cryptid activity? Possibly. A raccoon came up to me when I was sitting on the porch a few years ago and growled at me. I tossed my cell phone in front of the raccoon, and he or she sniffed it and then walked away thankfully. Animal husbandry. I'm from Louisiana. Hell yeah. I put out a lot of food in my yard for the birds. Beer, bacon, beer, and maple syrup sounds delicious. Yeah, like man, I had me a killer watermelon. I finished it off last night. I'd had half of it the other day, which I took a quarter of it and ate it. The other quarter I took to lunch with me. And then I had the half of the watermelon left over last night, and I looked at it, and I had the munchies, and I was like, grabbed a fork and sat down in my fat guy comfy chair and didn't get a plate or nothing. I just started eating that watermelon, drinking the water from it. Take it easy, Overbuilt. It's good seeing you in here. I throw the rinds and stuff outside to the yard, let the animals have it. I've had like 12 gulls, 5 crows, and too many small birds to count. Yeah, I'm loving seeing our finches and everything we got around here. I had a raccoon chase a laser light. I lured him down a tree and had him running. Chasing. I do that with the cats all the time, Brandon. My next option was to do half a spin leap to get away from. I've had a raccoon tree me. I've had a raccoon chase me out of a tree stand. I remember I was back when I used to hunt at zero dark stupid in the morning. I climb up my tree stand and all of a sudden I started hearing this growling. I was like, "What the hell's going on?" And I'm looking, and about 4 feet above me was this big old boar coon. I was like, "Ah, crap! I'm getting out of the chair. I'm getting out of the tree stand. I'm getting a hummingbird feeder. Yeah, I've got a couple hummingbird feeders out here. I love watching my hummingbirds. And if it's running low, they'll come up to my window and look at me, or if I'm sitting on the porch, they'll come up, get right in front of my face, like, "Hello, you fat guy. Uh, you know, kind of need to feel something over there." They're very, very informative when their feeders are running low. I don't use the red stuff anymore because that diet's not good for them. I use natural cane sugar and clear and just regular water now. Yeah, yeah. Oh, you got attacked by an owl? Oh, that sucks. They sound like devil monkey pigs. I can tell you now, owl does not make a sound when it flies. I've seen that way too many times when being out in the woods. Yeah. I'll tell him, man. I'll be at my tree stand. I'll have a squirrel climb that tree stand and stop and look at me, and be right at my feet, and me and it's just staring at each other, and we're just staring and staring. And the side of the little kid side of me comes out, and I go, and that thing will just crap itself, jump, fall off that tree stand, get down on the ground, running and barking at me. My grandparents had 5,000 of a land that was turned into game preserve. No hunting, no fishing was allowed. We had deer, moose, and a few eagles, a bear or two roaming around. Hell yeah. I've had an owl fly right over my head once. Yep. I was out in the woods at dark. I heard something walking around on 2 feet. Oh, I've had that happen a few times. I'm like, who the hell's in my woods? But yeah, it was fun. I get to be like a little kid when I have animals come up to me when I'm out in the woods. I mean, I'm just a big kid. Mommy, I'm a big kid, or I'm a big kid now. Look what I can do. I don't want to grow up. I'm a Toys R Us kid. Yeah, I am. I get wildlife messes with me. Man, there was one time I was hunting. I was laying under a cedar tree, and I worked 3 shifts. And I was like, I've got this. I can still hunt. Man, I got back in time. I crawled up under that cedar tree, and there's about 6 inches of snow on the ground. It's ball shriveling cold outside. And I was like, I'll be okay. And then I'll fall asleep. That's back when I hunted with the 50 caliber CBA Mountain Stalker, back when this happened. And I felt something poking me, and I swatted at it and heard a grunt. And I looked over, and it was a 12-point buck that was sitting there nudging me underneath that damn cedar tree. Didn't get my rifle up in time, but my God, I scared the crap out of it, and it scared the crap out of me, and I didn't fall back asleep the rest of that day. Didn't see anything else either, but I didn't fall back asleep. They came in on me so fast. Heck yeah. The year my grandma died, just 2 weeks before my birthday, I had 12 owls in an oak tree making hooting. Oh, wow. Ducks can be mean. Also, yeah, they can. But I suppose those ducks were abused or something, and they think they have to fight people. Oh, wow. Hopefully, you'll have a good day. I've got to catch a flight. Hey, Brandon, take it easy, bud. But yeah, I scared the hell out of that buck, and that buck scared the hell out of me. Geese can be a-holes too, man. Geese can be real bad a-holes. Yeah. Yeah, their bite hurts too. Oh my gosh. I've been bitten in the butt by a damn goose before. It's oof, they suck. See you, buddy. Okay. I had swans try to box with me. You like to fight anything, I swear. Seen a goose attack some guy fishing today. We had our national rally. We had a bunch of our Canadian brothers that rode down for the rally. Well, me and a couple other brothers, I think they were from the New York area or so. I can't remember where they're at. We were down at the docks eating lunch, and we were walking down the catwalk over the lake, heading back to the car. I was like, hey, just hop in the car. I'll give you a ride back, because they walked down from the campground down to the docks. I was like, just hop in the car, man. I'll give you a ride up. So as we're coming out, there's geese on both sides of that dock. And I looked around, and I couldn't help but chuckle. I was like, man, the Canadian Air Force is here watching me. So we get back to the campground, and our Canadian brothers just rolled in. I said, "Hey, I seen your first warning system pop up there." So your Canadian Air Force was there watching me, and they started laughing at me. It's like, "Yeah, who's wanting to keep an eye on you?" I got in a kicking match with a rooster once. Dude, roosters can be a-holes. We tied to let him win. Yeah, you got your ass kicked, Christopher. Don't lie. You got your ass kicked. I had two ducks laying down next to me, fed them some treats. I used to have, I love animals. I eat animals, but I love animals. I love messing with them. You know, my animals they're like my kids. They upset the crap out of me sometimes, but I still love them. I was chased by a swan once also, but I deserved it because me and a couple of my friends were trying to corner it. Had no plans after that. The swan turned around and hissed its wings up. Yeah. He was getting ready to go to Pound Town on you. My grandfather had a pair of domesticated geese that would chase salesmen at the farm. Pop watched, but put two back in the car, and they tried in the same door at the same time. That's hilarious. Oh my god, that's awesome, Jeff. I'm actually picturing that in my head right now. Oh, I needed that. Yeah. They get violent. These ducks remember me when I came around at the lake. They would come. Hell yeah, dude. I heard that. Who did that? That's gonna stink. Who did that? I hope that wasn't what I think it was. Dude, wild hogs are they're mean. Man, I can tell you now, one of the worst chickens, one of the most violent and most protective chickens you can ever have, and that's why we had them, because they're the best. They're the best layers, as bannies. Man, I've seen them bannies flap their wings, hover on midair, and come at you with their talons. Them things they can be vicious. Driving a VW bug. Oh, that's hilarious. That's too funny right there. Yeah, that's one thing about county, man. You never know what kind of animal you're going to run into while you're out there working. I've had dogs sneak up on me before. I don't know how many times. Yeah. I got some bands last month. Dude, bannies are like the best damn chicken you can get if you're wanting to hatch eggs and have a protective mama. Bannies are the way to go. Geese were better. Geese were better. Watch out for guardians. No, then oh yeah, uh, peacocks and guineas are too. I think was what the rooster was. Yeah, and they were playing on corner and they platypus. They have spurs. Also venomous ones at the He has a small. He was one with it. Yeah. No, there's those bannies. Yeah. If a banny's sitting on eggs, I don't bother to gather the eggs because I know I'm about to get into a fight. You do not mess with the banny's eggs. And I literally had a banny that hatched 12 chicks. I would sneak eggs under her, and then she'd get mad, come back, and she'd do her little cackling, her little dance, and she's looking and counting and looking, and she just settles on. Literally got her to hatch 12 chicks. It was funny because she looked like something out of the freaking cartoon sitting on a pile of eggs. It was funny as all get out, but she hatched them by God. And she was protective as all get out over them too. I've heard of a guard donkey before. Yeah. A lot of times you put dark donkeys out with your herd because they'll protect your herd from predators. Oh yeah. I know that's an old farmer trick right there. You got a herd of cattle you want to protect, put a donkey out with them. That or a llama. But llama is an exotic thing, so a lot of times people around here they just put donkeys out with their herd. I mean, it's a double-edged sword because one gets too close, that donkey will kick that cow too. But at the same time, you ain't gonna have no predator messing with your herd. That donkey will jack that damn predator up. Yeah, we farmers have done that around here for years. Now I'm picturing a dog man or a Bigfoot fighting a donkey for a cow now. Llama spit done. Yep, they do. They absolutely do. You need to put out with your herd, Jeff. Hell yeah. They're not very expensive, and they are. They're very protective. Get them used to that herd. They're protective of that herd. I don't want to get kicked by a horse. No, dude, no, that sucks. That has killed so many people. That's why when you're grooming a horse, you keep a hand on it when you're walking around it, so it knows where you're at all times. If you got to walk behind it, you walk about 12 foot behind it, and come back around. You don't want to surprise a horse. Because you get kicked by a horse, your world's going to be jacked. Oh yeah, yeah. Donkeys will fight a mountain lion in a heartbeat. Horse fights suck, Ray. Horse fights suck bad. Yeah, they definitely stomp a bite. Shins dropped me. Thank God it didn't lick. Yeah. Oh man. Yeah. No, they suck, man. That's no joke. They suck. So I'm not used to this system. I'm trying to find where my deal is. So we still got some time. But I don't know why now I'm thinking I'm literally in my head picturing a donkey fighting a Bigfoot or a dog man for the cow now. I was chased by javelina when I lived in Arizona. Javelina. What the hell is a javelina? I don't know what a javelina is. You're lucky you let go, yeah. I've been headbutted by a cow and a horse. That shit sucks too. There was an article in the Outdoor Life about a pack of mule killing a mountain lion. They actually got pictures of it happening. Yeah, they'll do it. Oh yeah, damn donkey or mule don't care. They'll fight them. They don't care at all. I was kicking sticks, breaking and firewood. Second kick, it caught my leg out of there. Oh man, yeah, no bueno, no bueno, man. I don't know. Impressive the way he snuck up on you. Ever had a mockingbird fly at your head? They're aggressive if they have a nest with chicks. Oh yeah, they are. I've never had one, but yeah, I've seen videos and heard about it. I got licked on the arm before by a cow tongue. It was rougher than sand. Yeah, it is. It's slimy too. Yep, rough and slimy. I was sitting there, I was head nudging with these horses and cattle because that's something I do with them quite often, and they'll get excited and get to doing that. And man, that one came up, came back down, happened to blow the cow and the horse, and that thing knocked me in the head. Ooh, I saw stars for a second. I saw stars headbutting a goat before too. I'd get out there and just crack, headbutt that goat, and that boat goat would come back and headbutt me, and then he got me square right on the noggin once, right here. Oh my God, yeah, that I seen stars and went a little limp for a little bit on that one. I tried to stand up, and I was wobbly. That one, headbutting the goat wasn't my brightest idea. It was a lot of fun. I used to do it with that goat all the time. He just got bigger. Yeah. Hey, when he got bigger, that's when I started learning. I can't headbutt this goat no more. I felt it before it happened. I was just already in motion. Yeah, I used to when we had this baby goat, and I'd be out there for a couple hours a day. Me and this goat, crack, and his head butt each other. And he got bigger, and he got stronger. He showed me he was the headbutt champion. I won for years, but that was after that point I knew he was going to win from there on. I didn't crack a helmet before too. I thought I was going to be smart and put a helmet on. Damn thing cracked the helmet. Yeah, they got a lot of force behind them headbutts. I used to run around my cow field. We have blue racers around here. And blue racer will chase you. But if you turn around and run at it, it'll run away from you. And literally, I've spent, I don't know how many hours in my life running back and forth from a blue racer, having fun chasing a blue racer and letting it chase me. I was in charge of horses at the school farm, and my favorite was the rabbits area. Huh. A horse bit down on my finger once, but let go quick when I yelled. I deserved it though because I was trying to pull a tick. I had grass again, but had nothing just to see what the horse would do. Oh man. Playing a trick. Oh, I was trying to play a trick. I had grass again, but had nothing just to see what the horse. Oh yeah, I've hand fed horses and cows. I don't know how many times. We were out there microing out on the other edge of town, and there's some cows out there. Some really nice looking black Angus cows, and they're kind of watching me. And the contractor guys would come up and they just kind of run off, and I stood there, just kind of leaned on the fence for a little bit and was kind of talking to them. Hey, cow, how's it going, cow? Good. And, they kind of look at me. Hey, cow, pretty cow. Eventually I got them come up and lick my hand and let me rub them, and the contractor guys are like, what the hell? And then they come up and they get run off. It's like, you got to know how to approach the cow, man. I've seen a 5-foot snake a few years ago, dead on the side of the road, hit by a car. Oh, 5 foot's not that big. I was like, damn, I had no idea we got 5-foot snakes. Oh, yeah, around here, yeah, 5 foot ain't that big. We'll get them bigger than that around here sometimes, especially black snakes. Yeah. I had one horse who loved to get out of the stall and follow me all over the place on the farm. Yeah, we had one of my grandma and grandpa's that protect us, and they would protect us from anything, snakes or whatever. And it literally would stand over us, and if something got close, it didn't think it should be close to us, it would walk away from us, go over and stomp the ground, or stomp at it, or stomp on it. Whatever happened first. That horse wouldn't let anything around us kids. Is that big for Michigan? I wasn't for sure. Yeah, I mean, I'm so used to here, and I've seen snakes all over this world. I wasn't sure what they were like in Michigan. You know, I'm used to I mean, it ain't nothing to see a 9 foot plus black snake around here. I've literally seen them stretch from one edge of the road to the other. Now, if you was talking like a copperhead, that's a massive copperhead. 5 foot's massive. That's a world record copperhead. Yeah, a copperhead ain't gonna get much more than 4 foot at the max. I mean, that's pretty big. 4 foot's pretty big. I've heard that there's blue racers. Yeah, blue racers are a lot of fun. But yeah, we get black snakes that, man, they're just monstrously huge. Picked up was a whip snakes, dude. I've had one scare the shit out of me before I was driving. Or a gardener snake. We got them. Just free it from an aquarium my brother put in. Had to be very slow and gentle. Picked up. Yep. Yeah. Finally got the other aquarium. Finally got around to putting the other aquarium stand together. My oldest daughter's aquarium. I cleaned it, and I had some sand and some wood and some rocks. So I got a new aquarium up and going. I don't like the filtration system on it, so I've got to get around and put this other filtration system together and put it in. But I'm getting it ready to put some more fish in it. My damn guppy grass was overtaking my one tank, so I took half of it and put it in the other aquarium. And it had a bunch of baby mystery snails on it, so I was like, we'll throw the snails in with it. Florida's got some big ones, especially now that everybody released them pythons, which pythons is not a natural snake of the area. They got some big ones. That's pretty big for a gardener. Yeah. Garden, I haven't really seen a gardener much over, I mean, 1.5 foot is most common you'll see. Hey, Camo Dad, how you been? So, yeah, I mean, we eat a lot of this stuff too, and Bigfoot and Dogman are eating that stuff too. Yeah, water snakes can be fierce. They're not as bad as like a water moccasin. Water moccasin's got a bad attitude and a hell of a bite, and they're venomous as hell. I mean, they'll put a hurting to you. As long as you're not allergic, you'll be all right. Kind of like a copperhead. I mean, you're going to be sucking life for a few days, but that's about it. You're going to wish you was dead, but as long as you ain't allergic to them, they're not as bad as people make them out to be. But damn water moccasins, about like a copperhead, they got a bad attitude. We got northern water snakes here too. Come on, dude. Yeah, they are. Me too, Camo Dad. Me too. I mean, it's. Oh man, work's picked back up again. I had a couple week break, and now work's picked back up again. Oh, they're bad in your area, Ray. Yeah, I've had them try to climb in the boat with me. Be sitting there trawling around fishing, and have damn water moccasin try to climb in the boat with me. I had to slap him with a paddle, let them flop around in the water, float upside down for a minute because I knocked their asses out. And then I just kind of move them out of the way. Then they'll wake up and swim off. I seen these snakes slither by me, and my body is in a pop-up trailer down in Florida. Its head was off the ground 5 inches and went by so fast I was, yeah. Something big like that coming at you is definitely going to scare the tar out of you. It makes me wonder, Ben. I'm wondering if Bigfoot down in Florida ain't eating on them pythons too. I mean, that'd be a hell of a fight to see a damn Bigfoot and a python going at it. Snake seemed happy to be out and just went into the grass pretty relaxed. It couldn't have had anything to eat, been trapped in a freaking aquarium. My brother seemed to not consider that. Yeah. Yep. I've woke up before sleeping in a sleeping bag out in the woods and had a damn snake on my chest. Thank God it wasn't a venomous one. They found out bobcats are killing the pythons in Florida. No kidding. I figured a python would win that fight. The coyotes are jumping them too. I know I've seen videos of pythons and gators going at it. Sometimes the gators win, sometimes the pythons win. But I wouldn't think. I mean, I figure a bobcat would be a severe disadvantage against a python. That would be kind of an epic fight though. See a Bigfoot or a dogman fighting a python. Will it? I've heard that. I've never seen a video of it, but I've heard it. I saw a video of a bobcat killing a python. The conversation got the video and couldn't believe how fast the bobcat kept moving. Holy cow. Yeah, they both got slit eyes. Yeah. Domestic cat ain't nothing like a wild cat. Yeah, they got slit eyes. Water moccasins and copperheads are the most numerous where I am from. The diamondbacks, which are highly deadly, yeah. They say coral snakes, yeah, there's a bad too. Are here also. Coral snakes are the most venomous. They say, yeah, coral snakes are. We've got a few of them around here. Cats are faster and they got intense concentration. Yeah, they love toying with their prey. They do. Red on yellow will kill a fellow. Yep. There's a. Oh my gosh. Oh, there's an old saying about snakes. Now I'm trying to remember what it is. Can't remember what it is now. It's been so long since I said it. I mean, I remember the old timers used to say it all the time. We got rattlesnakes in Michigan. I've never seen one there. Yeah, we got rattlesnakes here too. Red on black, stay back. Yeah. Well, there's a type of snake that is commonly mistaken as a coral snake, and it's not. It's not venomous at any means, but I can't remember. Timber rattlers. Yep, we got timber rattlers here. Them suckers get big. God dang, a timber rattler can get big. Good eating, but they get big. Snakes really good eating. That's why I want to get down to Florida to do some python hunting and gator hunting with a buddy of mine down in Florida, and we're gonna cook us up a python. Scarlet king snake. Yeah, that's it. Thank you. Spiders and snakes. The ones are not like the ones in the south. Yeah. Yeah, there's a king snake. We got several types of king snakes around here. We got a king snake that looks like a copperhead. Um, but a king snake, you want a king snake around because they eat venomous snakes. You ever run a timber rattler with a car? You know when you get one. No, but I've had one almost bite me. Thank God I had my shovel down there. I moved a rock and a little baby one came out and almost struck me in the foot. And that was back when I used to run around barefoot all the time. You'll eat a snake, but not a pineapple on pizza. Hell no. It is a sin to put pineapple on pizza. Pineapple is not meant to be put on pizza. A snake is good though. Put a snake on the grill. Oh man, hell yeah. Yeah, our black snakes are big. Yeah. Michigan rattlers. The rattle ain't loud. Oh, wow. I wouldn't know do if I had a rattlesnake that's rattle ain't loud. Yep. Only the devil puts pineapples on pizza. Hey, Bobby, how's it going? In the famous words of Waterboy, pineapple on pizza is the devil. Milk snakes, yeah, that's another one. Milk snake, that's another one I was trying to remember. Yep, they'll mimic a coral. Yep. Rounded edge snakes, usually non-dangerous. Pointed edge snakes, yeah. Well, diamond. We was always taught stay away from the diamond head snakes. If a snake of a head's got a diamond in it, it's because of the venom glands. Stay away from them. So I know that snake tastes like snake. If you get it in your head, it tastes like chicken. It's going to taste like chicken. Snake tastes like snake. It's good. And you put a nice little dry rub on it. You cook that over the grill. When it's about done, you smother that thing in barbecue sauce. Yeah, snake's good eating. Oh, bony as hell, but it's good eating. Yep, that pretty much. Watch too much Naked and Afraid. I always wanted to do that show till I found out you don't get paid. I'll stick with my pineapple, my pizza. That's the devil. Yeah, snakes. Oh man, snake is so good. I've been out in the field with an open fire and caught snakes and ate them. It's a lot better than MREs. Bony like a fish. Yep. Yeah, it's good though. You can make a good dry rub. You coil that thing up on the grill. You cook it with that dry rub on it. Let them seasonings cook into that meat. Flip it over. When it's about done, you cover it in barbecue sauce. Let that barbecue sauce cook in a little bit, and it's good. Yeah, it's really good. No, they don't. Yeah, no, I haven't. I luckily ate a little bit ago. David David Hollenberg. What these guys need is a naked and afraid is a supply of salt. That way they start getting sick, passing out. Yeah. I found out, I know somebody was on that. And she said, you don't get paid for it. I was like, screw that. I ain't doing that. Oh, alligator is so good. Yeah, alligator, man, alligator's so good. Now I want an alligator. I haven't had alligator in a couple of years. Now I want alligator. Old David and me was talking last week, and growing up poor, I get, I don't know if it's me or not. I just seen something foggy float right there. But we were talking about banana pudding. That was a big time dessert when we were younger because I mean that's all people could afford. And oh, thank you, Bobby. And Roxanne, congratulations. You got a free membership from Bobby. I haven't had eel that I know. As far as I know, I haven't had eel. I'd like to try it once. But yeah, me and old David. You got some gator? Oh man, David, kiss my ass. You had buffalo and elk the other day too, and you didn't share none with me. You're supposed to be my bro. But we're talking about having banana pudding because that was like a staple when we were younger. You know, he grew up in a rich family. I grew up in a poor family, but they ate kind of similar to what we ate. And old banana pudding with vanilla wafers. I mean, you're high on the hog when you have vanilla wafers for your banana pudding. Or salt to rehydrate after all that marching. Yep. I had my cousin Troy's alligator on the stick. He's from Louisiana. It was good and tender. Yeah. Oh man. Gator done right is so freaking good. Oh man. It is just oh I've ate myself sick eating gator. I've had rice pudding with raisins too, but I like my good banana pudding. I had deer a couple days ago. No, you can have all them grits. I've even been down south and tried grits, and I still can't get into grits. Remember 11 months now? We had buffalo tonight. Oh, dude, buffalo is so good. Oh, David one time. I think I was like 17, 18 years old. He's like, hey, man, I got a bunch of meat. I got to get hooked up, and I've had it in the freezer. So why don't you come over and help me eat this? I'm like, okay, yeah, man. Give me a minute. And so I go over to his house. He lives about 20 some odd miles from me. And God, he had elk, bear, moose. David, I can't remember what all you had in there. But he had like several different types of meat laid out on his table, and we just went to Chow Town. It was so good. He didn't want to tell me what it was till after I ate it, and I was like, I don't give a shit. It's still good. Then one day, he used to work for Animal Safari, and he was taking care of a hurt monkey. So he had his damn monkey in his big ass pen in his living room, and we were partaking of the broccoli one night, sitting in his living room, and I had this broccoli in my hand, and next thing you know, this little hand reaches out from a cage, grabs my little broccoli stick, pulls it in there, and starts partaking of the broccoli as well. Oh, that was so funny. I was mad. I mean, I was mad about it because that stuff came from Brazil. That was broccoli, or from not Brazil. That was broccoli from Amsterdam. It was broccoli from Amsterdam, and I think wasn't it, David? Wasn't it Amsterdam where that came from? And if I remember right, that thing took my broccoli stick and commenced to partake of the broccoli. But it was so funny because it'd take a hit of the broccoli. Oh, and oh my God! After a while, I wasn't mad. I was laughing so hard. So then we got to drinking of the adult beverages, and I had an adult beverage sitting on the table next to me because it was my chair, the table, and the monkey cage. And I forgot all about this right there, and I was drinking of the adult beverages and had that sitting there on my table next to my chair. Next thing you know, that hand comes out and grabs that bottle and partakes of adult beverages with us as well. It was so funny. That poor monkey. What he gets for stealing my broccoli stick, though. I tell you what, me and that guy's been through some crap together. Some funny and some not so funny. Oh yeah, I've been meaning to get down there. I got to try that roux. I did. I thought you and little man ate all the roux up. So you got some? No worries. It's about that time to get off, anyways, Roxanne. I was just looked up at the time, but yeah, no, we've had some funny stuff happen to us. He thought I kicked a squashed animal that was in the road when we were riding bikes one time. He thought I kicked it on his back, and it didn't. It was a damn sock. But he decided to buzz a hit possum. They had a bunch of big old fat flies on it, and I got peppered with fat, juicy flies. So, hey, with that being said, we're at our 2 hour mark. Sorry about the beginning of the show, folks. I don't know why that platform wouldn't let me go live. I'm going to download this OBS platform and try to start using that, see if it's better. With that being said, for my new subscribers, some OGs, thank you guys so much for coming in and listening to us. We have a lot of fun. Shout out to my mods, Roxanne, William, Jeff. They're always big help in this chat. I was glad that they still use them codes, even though I'm live directly on YouTube today, which this whole setup's different, so I can't do all this fun stuff I usually do because it's not set up on here. It was not. It was a sock. There was a cop there. I didn't want to kick the cat. It was a sock. He swears it was. It wasn't. It was a damn sock. But the cop laughed about it. I mean, the cop seen me kick that sock, seen it hit you square in the back, and that cap. I looked over, and that cop was laughing about it. But until next week, hopefully things are slowed down where I can do some research and have a better topic next week. No, Roxanne, it wasn't. There was a cop there. I wasn't going to do it, but there was a rolled up, nasty sock laying in the road. And that is what I kicked. And I looked over at that cop, and he was laughing because he seen what I did. Next week I'll try to have a good topic for you, everybody. So apologize. It's just a lot of stuff going on this week. It's been kind of a hamper. It's probably not going to play the outro, so when I cut this, it's probably going to be done. So sorry about everything this week, guys. But until next week, peace, love, and blessings to you all. And you have a good one. I'll see you later. Bye.